This is a demonstration of how to get started with E-Coord. We'll see how to use the program to draw device curves on a graph and then adjust them. First, click the File menu and click New Project. A new untitled project is started and the General Project Data window opens. Next, click the Project menu and click View Coordination Curves. Our project is at 480 volts, so enter 480 in the voltage input. For the first device, we'll select a fuse from the demo database. So for device number 1, leave the manufacturer input at demo and click the button beside the model number input. On the Select Device dialog, click the fuse entered for item number 4 and click the Select button. Notice that the program has drawn a curve for device 1. For device number 2, let's select an electronic circuit breaker from the Westinghouse database. So click the button beside the manufacturer input for device number 2. Next, we'll find the Westinghouse 5 file in the list and click Open. Now click the arrow next to the model number input for device number 2. This time, let's select item number 1 in the Westinghouse database. Now notice that the program has drawn a second device curve in green for device number 2. Now let's adjust the parameters for both of these device curves. We'll start with device 2, so click in the model number input for device 2. You can see the parameters that are available to be adjusted for that device in the device settings area at the bottom of the window. Some of the devices may list some of their parameters in a tabbed list that may include a slider to help you see the range of available values for a given parameter. For example, this parameter has a slider that shows that the range of possible values goes from 3200 to 16,000. Let's use the slider to adjust this parameter to 6400. Notice in the graph that the curve for device 2 is updated as soon as we change this value. Now let's also adjust a parameter for the fuse that we entered in device 1. Let's change the trip rating of the fuse from 30 amps to 15 amps. And notice also that the curve for device 1 is updated as soon as we make this change. Now let's add a one-line diagram to the graph. To do that, click the One-Line Diagram button. Now let's enter fuse for device 1 and circuit breaker for device 2. Now let's click OK and add that one-line diagram to the graph. Now you can see the one-line diagram has been added to the graph. Now let's add a note to the graph to show the model number of device 1. First, click the Add Note button. Then type in the text that you want for the note. In this example, let's just use the model number of the fuse. Press Enter when you're finished typing. Now let's move the note closer to the curve. First, right-click it. Then click Move. Then move the mouse where you want the center of the note to be and click again. Now let's add an arrow to that note to attach it to a point on the graph. So right-click it and click Attach Note to Point. Then move the mouse where you want the arrow to be and click. Thank you for watching this demonstration of how to get started with E-Coord. Please feel free to call us for more information.